I'm outside the office building right now. This place looks way bigger in real life. My stomach feels tight. Let me check the time quickly. Okay, it's already 10:10. The interview was at 10. That means I'm late. Traffic really messed me up today. I should have left earlier. Standing here won't help. I push the door open. The lobby feels quiet. I walk up to the reception desk. I tell him I'm here for an interview. He checks the system and looks back at me. I sit in the waiting area and try to stay calm. A man opens the meeting room door and calls my name. I stand up and walk toward him. He leads me into a small glass meeting room. I sit down across from him at the table. He opens his laptop and looks at the screen. He scrolls through something with a serious expression. I watch his face and wait for him to speak. He stops scrolling and looks slightly confused. He tells me that he cannot find my resume in the system. I feel surprised because I sent it last week. I open my bag slowly under the table. I take out a printed copy of my resume. I slide the paper across the table toward him. He nods and starts reading it carefully. He finishes reading my resume and looks up at me. He asks me why I want to work at this company. I listen carefully to make sure I understand him. I feel nervous when he waits for my answer. I take a second to think before speaking. I start explaining why I applied for this job. He listens quietly without interrupting me. He asks another question about my previous experience. I do not fully understand the question at first. I ask him politely to repeat the question. He repeats it slowly and clearly. I nod to show that I understand now. I answer the question in simple English. He watches me closely while I speak. He gives a small nod when I finish my answer. He closes the resume and looks at me again. He asks me what salary I am expecting. I feel a small wave of nervousness. I did not know this question would come so soon. I pause for a moment to think carefully. I try to remember what I researched online. I decide not to say a number too quickly. I tell him that I am open to discussion. I explain that I want to grow with the company. He listens to my answer without reacting. He asks if I am comfortable working full-time. I tell him that I am fully available. He makes a few notes on his laptop. He says they will contact me soon. I thank him for his time before standing up. I walk out of the meeting room and thank him again. I walk through the quiet hallway toward the exit. My mind keeps replaying the interview in my head. I wonder if I answered the questions well enough. I step outside the building and take a deep breath. The fresh air feels different now. I check my phone to see if I missed anything. There are no new messages on the screen. I start walking slowly toward the bus stop. My phone suddenly begins to ring. I look down and see an unknown number. I hesitate for a second before answering. I answer the call and say hello politely. The voice tells me that they would like to offer me the job. I stop walking and smile without saying anything.